Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays IXION! Sector 2 is still well underway of trying to get our cryo stations underway. It's now vulnerable to meteorological damage. The solar panel was damaged? That happened at the end of last episode. I've already fixed that. You can't trick me. The plan is we're going to keep gathering resources. That's plan number one. We have all these things to gather around. Plan number two is to continue working on our colony at DeVille 59. And plan number three is to get this going. I didn't think about that. Well, you know, I did kind of think about this long term. How far is this? 2.4 cycles? Are our batteries fully charged? They are. Do we want to move the ship again? Like, the whole reason... We should high priority all of these to get these cleared sooner. The whole reason I moved the ship here was to gather all of this stuff that's relatively close by. But do we just, and then maybe we just move to the Protagoras? Where are our ships anyway? There's one, two. It's a mining ship. Where are all of our ships? Grail. The Ringhorny, sure. Mule. Maybe, are they docking? Retrieving resources. Location, the Tiqqun. And this one. Also on the Tiqqun. Okay, so they're all on the ship right now. Ice mist. The hull and our EVA workers are at risk. Well, I hope... I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Food's doing fine. In fact, we're doing like gangbusters on food. I'm kind of thinking we should definitely dismantle these two. And maybe even shut off the remainder two. At the very least, just shut them off and see if what happens to the food sources over time. Silicon has started to overwhelm the docking bay, so let's make a second silicone thing. Silicon. Every time. Every single episode, I'm gonna call it silicone at least once. Alright, tearing that stuff down, getting some alloys out of it. We have 270 alloys now, which makes me think the next step for this district is setting up, not the airlock, setting up the docking bay to start bringing in more cryopods. I don't need the road like this. I don't know why I built it that way. How's workers? 37? We have 66 available in this district, so that's fine. Population, 34 spaces available. You have like almost 200 available, and this one has 112. So that's pretty good. Are we actually researching stuff? We are. We should slowly be getting stuff from our colonist base out there. This guy's still dropping ice off. Still melting the ice. You're still dropping off silicon. Awesome sauce. What does our priority look like? You're silicone mule. You two are iron, and you are hauling ice separately. Maybe I should get a carbon guy Because, well, I mean, iron's really the lifeblood of the ship. We're not waiting on polymers for everything. We actually have a lot of polymers on the ship. So carbon can be like lower tier. Getting more electronics is always a good thing.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
You boneheads! Are you guys still good? Barely, but you are for now. You can't... you can't cause accidents in my docking bay? How am I gonna get more ice on the ship? How are we gonna cool down our soft drinks? Tell me that. We're gonna have warm Dr. Pepper in here. A nightmare. Run at speed 2, I think. Do we have enough hospitalization here? Oh yeah, that hospital was empty. They were bound for an accident. Yeah, so this step is important. We need to get this guy up and running in order for us to start collecting these bodies. The nice thing is, as we fill these things, we can slowly turn them on and off, because we're not planning on thawing them out. At least anytime soon. What do you mean? Who died? Oh, due to the ice? Uh-oh. People are dying on us? Due to ice? That's okay. We have 1,000 people we need to unfreeze. Was it even a normal crewman? Was it a worker or was it a non-worker? Because non-workers don't matter. Sorry. That's rude. Everybody matters on this ship. Some matter more than others. I am tempted to move the ship out of the ice. Like over to Fargo 39. The nice thing about that is we could pick up all the bodies too once that docking bay is ready. How far is this? 2.4 cycles? Problem is, like, then the iron takes a lot longer to haul around. The benefit right now is we're just, like, in the zone of all the stuff to be hauling, and it's just, like, it's fast. Because all this stuff just gets picked up. And the faster, actually, once this guy comes online, it's going to be even faster. Because we can put 3 more ships in here. In fact, what I'll probably do is I'll move one of our cargo ships over to that district to be able to drop off the ice there, or I mean the cryopods, and then we could just reassign our mining ships to that district, and then we could utilize this district as like a resource material thing if we continue to bring in like carbon and whatnot. Energy is still doing fine.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
What now? Who's complaining? You. The crew lives in anguish, having spent too long in a planetary system unsuited to our ongoing objectives, resulting in an increase of severity of dead Earth sickness. Klein Munchie algorithm suggests the Tiqqun must continually progress in its mission if the sickness is to be kept under control. So that's how the game continues to push you to make progress in the game. If you don't do enough, like knocking out any missions or anything like that, your people get slowly more and more unhappy just from sitting around, which to me is an insane thing to think about. I understand why it makes sense from the game's perspective. Totally fair from a game balance and trying to push you along. But to me, it is very funny to be like, you know, we've been sitting around for a really long time, boss, and I'm just really bored of this whole system. It's like, dude, we need to not die. You can't complain about your sadness when we're trying not to die here. Still working on this guy. Almost done though. This is full of iron now, so we should fire you back on. Yes, please. Gotta be emptying the iron out. I guess we could kick on another one of you to empty the iron. Just to keep things moving. I'm baffled by this guy again. Why aren't you guys emptying the food the way you should be? That's the whole reason I built 2 of you. Now that I called it out, now they're moving. The manager showed up and the the food people are like, "Ah, crap. The boss is here. We got to start moving again." I swear. I guess we could kick you back on then if we're having food issues. It's so weird. Like, we're moving stuff, sort of. Like, not at a prodigious rate, though. I don't quite get it. Yeah, I wonder how long this thing is gonna go. Because this guy is definitely collecting science every once in a while. We'll get one and then immediately use it. The key here, though, is getting you guys all knocked out so I can move the ship again to the Protagoras. Honestly, I should be high prioritizing this iron over here. So, like, you guys should be getting this iron, bringing it back, and then this guy should be secondary because it's closer to the Protagoras, so we could always go get that later. So let's see, what are we researching right now? We've got Legislative Strengthening Center. We did talk about putting that into the cryopod zone, and then the cargo ship I was thinking about, but we already got EKP optimization there, so there's not a whole lot we can do to make people go faster. So we'll just kind of leave it as is. But we should have, this should be done now, right? Yes. Okay, great. So what we'll do, let's move. I have a plan. So let's move Michelle and the Doom. Then what we're gonna do, so you guys are all assigned already. Okay, good. Except for the gear, but we don't need the gear assigned. Build a new cargo ship. You also build a new cargo ship. Then reassign both mining ships that we have Doom and Michelle. And then call that good. And then once one of these ships is done being built, we'll transfer it to that zone and then make it only pick up bodies. So we'll pick up these 2 first, and then the Protagoras, we won't actually gather any of the cryopods until we've moved the ship. Because once you have a ship in orbit, like if you're orbiting a place and you tell your ships to pick this up, it's like instantaneous. Basically, it only takes as long as it takes your ships to dock, unload, and then get off the ship again. So it goes pretty fast, even though we want to pick there's like 950 people here. It'll go really, really quick. As long as we have the space to put the cryopods. So that's the other thing that we can be working on in this district here. So what we'll need, I did this math before, so each of you can hold 110. So we'll need at least 10 of these things to hold all of the cryopods that are out there right now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 6 more. That's not a that's not a stockpile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that's everything we need to run this whole district. Shut off all the power. Good news is it's only 60 alloys, so it's actually not that much material to get all of this up and running. And then we won't turn any of them on until we're actually planning on gathering things, and then we'll turn them off as they fill up. Because you don't need people sitting in a stockpile that's full. They don't do anything useful. The good news is as we get these other ships as well, this will just increase the quickness with which we're gathering materials as well. It's just getting our full fleet of ships here. It's gonna be pretty sick. There he goes. This guy's still in progress. right, let's reassign the Bulwark. That's a great name for a ship. And then get one more going. So the Bulwark, we're gonna reassign you immediately to here. There. Fantastic. Now, go here to the fleet, and we tell the Bulwark, you are only going to get people. And then we'll pay attention. Once it gets these knocked out, we'll probably reassign it just to materials to be able to be a little more efficient in gathering all of these materials here. This one is tempting out here. Ah, they keep dying. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah. I think it's a necessary sacrifice to be able to gather the materials quicker. It's unfortunate, but I think it is more useful to be sitting at Mac R than waiting like X number of cycles longer to just be sitting around. So Neshmet, that's a great name. You can go get all the carbon actually. So let's let that ship go, and then let's make sure we have a space to drop the carbon. So I think we'll have to build another stockpile here. This district is so weird. Like here? And then maybe just build the road down here and you can fit some more down there if you need to. How's our workers? We're at 144, okay. Are you guys gonna get out of the hospital anytime soon? Let's transport some people from Sector 1 to Sector 6. Just like a good 15 is plenty. Because you guys have a load of spare workers since we shut down all the food production.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
How did you have an accident in the DLS center of all places? Like, you guys work on, like, computers. I don't understand. Alright, let's fill this guy up. So fire that guy on. When this guy comes back, we'll have a place to put things. So this guy's getting built. We'll have a place to put carbon. Let's make sure we don't kick that on until those extra workers have shown up, because we could cause a chain reaction that would be no good for anybody. Look at this. The Neshmet's already coming back with carbon. So quick. And it looks like we got our last one here. The Naglfar. Also a great name. Let's set these two up to just like scour the nearby, the same material so we can offload it. And then what we'll do is let's set up Sector 6 to automatically export all of its carbon and all of its silicon, if it ever has any, and iron as well. So these three will automatically spit it out to Sector 1, so it'll gather all the materials that are available if there are any. Because this is our processing district. All of the raw materials should be getting spat out into Sector 1 from anywhere else on the ship. All right, so now we can fire this guy up. Because the workers have arrived. And now we can unload this dock right there. Good news. Still processing the silicon. Jeez Louise. What is wrong with you people? This is the most accidents I've had just like in a 5-minute span in this game ever. Alright, still haven't gotten any of those bodies yet. Where's our cryo ship? Did you go here? Are you already back? Cryo ship, where are you at? Bulwark.
An important message from our call.
Unloading resources. Ooh, important message you say. They've completed their tests. We've completed our studies on DeVille 59. Look at that cool... Look at the cool thing we set up. We did a good job. We estimate colonization success rates of planets like DeVille 59 to be 2.73%. Thank God. 2 out of 100 colonies will survive. We authorize extraction preparedness. Okay, repatriate the colonists. Sever communications. How rude. They were aware of what they signed up for. That's horrible. Repatriate them? How do I do... Can I just... What does that even mean? Do I send a ship? I'm confused. Oh! Maybe... Is the ship doing this? Time required to complete. Okay, so 2 cycles from now, we'll be able to go pick up the people. I think that's what that's saying. All right, good job. We picked up all the people from Valiant. We probably need 2 trips to Fargo 39 to get all the people from there. So we have 20 people waiting in the wings here to get offloaded. There we go. Look at that. Very good. And actually, these 20 people will be able to fill this guy, and we'll be able to turn on this guy next, or whichever one we want, really. Yeah, perfect. Nice. All right, iron smelting is going well. Silicon is still being processed into electronics. We're actually coming out ahead with our waste now, I think thanks to the farm here. So we're actually able to continually process stuff into alloys now, which is fantastic news. This guy's still unloading ice. Somebody did die. I'm sorry.
Happy New Year, Administrator.
I forgot that when you've been on the ship for 365 days, everybody celebrates New Year's. We did unlock the Legislative Strengthening Center. I do think this is important for our ultimate plans for this district. So why don't we go slap this guy down and just shut it off for now? But our plan will be to enact the Workers' First Cryopod Awakening and then have this guy running to counteract that policy. That way we can get as many workers as we'll ever need, which will be sick. I've never actually done that before in this game, so it'll be really interesting to see how that balances out in the grand scheme of things. Alright, we do have some carbon that we could be processing as well. We do have plenty of workers, so we might as well fire that on. Gotta keep an eye on the power as we keep adding these buildings, just to make sure we don't go over the limit. I think if we turned every single building that we have in the ship on, we would go over the limit of power. But for now, I think we're doing fine.
Science ship team has completed a task.
Good job, science team. The colonists are prepared for extraction. They're waiting for the cargo ship for retrieval. We have 60 people to get. We have to bring them back. However, the... Seagull? Yes, you are done. So you could just come back to the Tiqqun. Now... I think we want to use a ship that is assigned to this district, so why don't we make the Neshmet go grab these guys? How are we doing? 13 and 13, so that'll be cleared really quickly. This one's almost completed as well. Fargo has one more trip in it, and then... I honestly think we can move the ship to the Protagoras, because we still have some stuff to gather here. This guy, and then of course there's this guy as well, but I'm not moving the ship out here just to go get that iron. So I think the next event would be, once we've cleared these couple of things, we'll move the ship one more time. Alright, things are looking good. Okay, so shut you down. You're next. We'll just go down the line, even though we have kind of out of order here. That works totally fine for me. Tricky thing about this guy is getting the one electronic here. I think we can do that. Just have to be a little clever with it. So we need one. I would like one in this district. Did I set that up right? And then I would like... Why don't we just put it here for now? One. I know you're hoarding them over here. Can I change this district 6? How about I change you to 4? There we go. All we need to do is spit out the one electronic to get over here, and then once this is loaded and sent over here, I'll just shut this guy down. Come on. Come on. Just waiting for the... Waiting for that little yellow car to show up. It'll be glorious. You're not yellow. How dare you? Oh, he's making his way. It is funny that your materials do have to, like, travel. I think once you unlock... Yes. Or is it just crew transfer? Okay. I thought when you unlocked the train station, it would solve all your problems. But that's not true. All right. Turn this guy over to people. And then sector 6, go back up to 10. All right, great news. All right, we will continue working on this. We'll keep filling this station, section of the ship up, and then once we've cleared out all the stuff from this side of the galaxy here, we'll move our ship over to the Protagonist. So we're very close to being able to jump, maybe even next episode, depending on how quick we can knock out this event here. But for now, if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of IXION or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!